There is a lie that historians love to repeat. They tell you that the war in the Pacific was won by aircraft carriers. Big, loud, obvious. But they are wrong. The real war, the one that decided who controlled the blood-soaked waters of the Solomon Islands, was fought in the pitch black, at midnight, by ships that were never meant to survive. On one side, the ultimate predator, a machine built for a single, terrifying purpose, to wipe out entire fleets in a matter of minutes. The Japanese super-destroyer, Shimakaze. On the other side, the workhorse, unassuming, mass-produced, the backbone of American survival, the Mahan-class. If these two ghosts met in the dark, only one was coming back, and the answer is not what you think. To understand this clash, you have to understand Japanese desperation. By 1943, the Imperial Japanese Navy knew they couldn't outbuild the United States, so they decided to out-engineer them. They wanted a weapon so fast, so lethal, that no radar or sonar could save the Americans. The result was Shimakaze. She was a freak of nature. Powered by an experimental, high-pressure steam turbine, she reached an unbelievable 40 knots. She didn't sail, she skipped across the Pacific like a flat stone. But speed wasn't her weapon. This was 15 Type 93 long-lance torpedoes, oxygen-fueled, completely invisible in the water because they left no wake of bubbles. Packed with half a ton of high explosives each, a single hit could snap a standard cruiser in half. Shimakaze could launch 15 of them in a single, devastating broadside. Against a weapon like that, what could a standard American destroyer possibly do? Enter the Mahan-class. Built years earlier, the Mahan was not experimental. She was not a superweapon. She was the blueprint of American doctrine. While Japan built for the one-shot kill, the US Navy built for the brawl. The Mahan was slower, topping out at 37 knots. She carried 12 torpedoes, but they were shorter-ranged and left a highly visible trail of white smoke. On paper, the Mahan is already dead. But paper doesn't fight the war. Look closer at her deck. 5.5-inch dual-purpose guns, controlled not by the human eye, but by a mechanical fire control computer. And then there was the invisible hand, radar, while the crew of the Shimakaze had to rely on the world's best night binoculars. Looking through the spray and fog, the crew of the Mahan could see the Japanese predator through the pitch-black night, miles before a human eye could register a shadow. Imagine the scenario. It is 0200 hours, the Solomon Sea. Shimakaze is hunting. She uses her speed to flank the American line. Her commander expects an easy ambush, but miles away, inside the steel hull of the Mahan, a green dot appears on a glass screen. The Mahan doesn't wait. The American doctrine wasn't about elegance. It was about overwhelming, suffocating fire. Those 5-inch guns could pump out 15 explosive shells every single minute, per gun, before Shimakaze can even turn her massive, heavy torpedo tubes into position. The sky turns into a wall of tracer fire. The Shimakaze is unarmored. She is a sports car with a machine gun. At close range, American high-explosive shells rip through her thin steel hull, shredding the high-pressure steam lines. Suddenly, the 40-knot superweapon is paralyzed. And here lies the ultimate irony the secret historians rarely talk about. The very thing that made Shimakaze terrifying was her undoing. Those 15 long-lance torpedoes, they weren't safely hidden below deck. They were exposed on the open superstructure, filled with volatile, highly compressed pure oxygen. To the Mahan's rapid-fire guns, the Shimakaze wasn't just a target. She was a floating bomb waiting for a single spark. If a single American shell hits those oxygen tanks, the apex predator doesn't just sink. She disintegrates. History proves it. The Japanese relied on the weapon of perfection. The Americans relied on a system of survival. The Shimakaze was a masterpiece, but she was a luxury the empire could only afford to build once. The Mahan, they built 18 of them. In the brutal, unforgiving war of attrition, perfection is a myth, and survival belongs to the machine that refuses to stop firing.